Hello, I am here for you again with a very important topic, that is simplification of fractions. This topic is very important and applied when we add, subtract, multiply or divide fractions. Simplifying fractions, also termed as reducing fractions to lowest term. If you are new to this channel, then subscribe and watch previous lectures also for better understanding of upcoming lectures. This is lecture 4, so let's start. Do you remember in lecture 2 I explained equivalent fractions? That when we multiply a numerator and denominator of a fraction with same number, we get an equivalent fraction of it. Here in this example, 5/6 becomes 10/12. How? When numerator and denominator are multiplied by 2. Now both fractions are equivalent fractions. Now take this 10/12 and divide it by 2. We get 5/6 again. What did you notice? Yes, there is no difference. Actually, both are methods of finding equivalent fractions. But for simplification of fractions, we cannot multiply, we have to divide to reduce fractions to lowest term. Now look at this example. I have a proper fraction 12 by 16, and to reduce it to the lowest term, I shall divide it by the numbers which is the factor of both 12 and 16. So start writing these factors. As you can see, they are all factors of 12 and they are all factors of 16. We get three common factors and among them 4 is the greatest. So we can say that 4 is the greatest common factor. We will divide fraction by 4 and we get its simplified form. So it means simplest form of 12/16 is 3/4. If you want a complete lecture on factors and multiples, reply me in comment section or email me. In example 2, again we have a proper fraction. So as you know, first step is to find factors of 24 and 36. Then find greatest common factor. Here our greatest common factor is 12. Step 2. Divide both numerator and denominator by 12 to get the lowest form of 24 by 36. So we get 2/3. Now simplifying an improper fraction. First step is to divide numerator by denominator. Here 24 by 6 means 24 divided by 6, leaving behind no remainder because 6 times 4 is 24. Simplest form of an improper fraction is always a mixed number or a whole number. Here when 24 is divided by 6 we get a whole number. Take another example. Here we have 22 by 6, which is also an improper fraction. When we divide 22 by 6, we get a mixed number, which is 3 whole 4/6. But you can see this 4/6 is not in simplified form, so we have to convert it into its lowest term. To get its lowest term, we divide it by its common factor, and we get 2/3. Now this whole number 3 will join this 2/3, and we will get 3 whole 2/3. This is how we simplify an improper fraction and a mixed number. Watch lecture 3 for complete conversion of an improper fraction to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. Here are some simple questions for you. Remember to follow the steps. Step 1. Find factors. Step 2. Find greatest common factor. Step 3. Divide both numerator and denominator by greatest common factor to get simplified fraction. The first one is done for you. Now try them out. I hope you will find them easy. For my new viewers, I decided to explain again how to convert an improper fraction to mixed number, but I suggest you to watch lecture 3. Link is provided in description. To reduce this improper fraction, as you know, first step is to divide numerator by denominator. And after division, I got 1 whole 15 by 30 by arranging them according to this formula. This quotient 1 will become whole number, remainder 15 will become numerator, and divisor 30 will become denominator. As you can see, this proper fraction is not in its reduced term. So we will divide it by its greatest common factor, which is 15, and we will get 1 whole 1 by 2. So simplest form of 45 by 30 is 1 whole and a half. Some students find it easy to use common factor instead of greatest common factor. Yes, it can be done, but it increases number of steps. Like if I divide 1 whole 15 by 30 by 5, I get 1 whole 3/6. Now look carefully, it's again not in its lowest form. So I have to divide it again by 3, then I will get 1 whole 1 by 2. As you can see, reduced form is same, but it will make your question lengthy. Simplified fractions makes them easier to understand, compare, and work with. Here are a few reasons why it's important. A simplified fraction is often easier to interpret and understand. They allow for straightforward comparison between different fractions. They make addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of fractions more manageable. Simplified fractions provide a clearer foundation for learning and teaching more advanced and mathematical concepts. They reduce the complexity of calculations, saving time and effort. This was all about simplification of fractions. To practice more questions, if you have any query, you may email me at given address. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Next lecture will be about addition and subtraction of fractions.